Hi, welcome to another week of Orangeline. I'm Mary Loveland. Last week was Maple Leaf's 51st annual festival. I'm going to start the show off with a closer look at the event. Every year for the past 51 years, the town of Baldwin City hosts the infamous Maple Leaf Festival. This past weekend, Baldwin City filled with thousands of visitors who came for craft exhibits, quilt shows, art, music, and homemade foods. This fall event gives local nonprofit organizations the chance to raise funds and also provides a place for businesses around Kansas to put their products on display. Baker University also partakes in the festivities. Each year, different groups on campus set up their own booths to fundraise for their own causes.
I'm part of the Kappa Sigma, and every year it's been tradition for us to actually sell turkey legs to Baldwin City at Maple Leaf, and every year it usually goes very well.
Aside from Kappa Sig, other groups throughout campus also had booths set up. Some include Zeta Tau Alpha that promoted breast cancer awareness with their Think Pink booth, the baseball team that sold Italian sausages and lemonade, and the Spirit Squad which offered dance clinics for children. The first year Gay Straight Alliance group also set up a tent to promote social justice.
We just wanted to let people know that we were there and we were supporting social justice. And so we basically were just hoping that we could sell some rainbow bracelets and some t-shirts and just hope that to get our word out there and make it stronger. So.
This year I think we made around, I want to say, pretty close to $4 grand. So it was a lot considering we sold a lot of turkey legs and we were pretty happy with the results this year.
Overall, local businesses, student organizations, and the Baldwin City community benefited from the 51st annual Maple Leaf Festival. As this weekend ended, plans for next year began. Interterm is coming up in a couple of months, and students are starting to get excited about the trips. Zack Rockey has more.
Interterm is coming up faster than students think. Not only will students have the opportunity to take classes at Baker, but many students are also using this year's interterm to travel overseas and learn about a new culture.
This is a great year for Baker students with travel interterms because that Italy interterm is going to be a fantastic one, and the trip to Amsterdam and the scuba diving trip to Fiji and then my interterm. So students had a lot of great options this year.
Some students are also using this year's travel interterm as a way to bond with different friends and family members.
I've known since I've been here that I wanted to do a traveling interterm, and my sister's been looking into it too, and we figured since I'm graduating in May it'd be a great opportunity to be able to go overseas and hang out together.
As in most interterm trips, there's a lot of studying and research done before the students actually go overseas. As much as students enjoy learning about what they're going to see, that's not their favorite part about going to a different country.
I just really like traveling. I want to see another culture, see how other people live, see what other people's thoughts are and stuff, but just see kind of, what the culture is and experience it.
All of the traveling interterms are going to different countries and will be learning about different subjects. Professor Lee Green will be taking his students to Europe to learn about World War II.
You bet. The whole purpose of this particular interterm is to study the history of D-Day. And the focus is really the trip to Normandy, because in Normandy we'll be able to visit the D-Day museums, the biggest D-Day museum in the world.
Planning an overseas trip is hard work. The professors of the traveling interterm classes have been advertising their trips to get student involvement, and they've also been talking with students to get their traveling arrangements in order.
We had about 3 meetings so far. We're in kind of the final planning stages of going. We've already got everything set up, hotels and airfare and everything, and we've already met all the other people going on the trip.
Many students are excited to leave the United States on their own and get away for a few weeks.
But I think I'm really excited to be able to experience a whole different culture and the food and the language, and I think it's going to be really special that Kayla's going to be there with me.
Having a traveling interterm doesn't mean just sightseeing and traveling. The classes will involve heavy coursework and study before the students actually leave.
You bet. We'll actually be meeting here on campus during the first week of interterm, and I have a series of lectures that I've designed, and I'm going to bring in a couple of guest speakers to talk about D-Day. And so the academic work, a lot of that will take place during that first week of interterm. And we'll actually be meeting twice a day, a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours in the afternoon. And I actually have one documentary and one movie that we're also going to watch to gear the students up.
Reporting for KNBU-TV, I'm Zack Rockey.
Thanks, Zach. This week, Rena Murphy asked students what they're going to be for Halloween for this week's question of the week.
I'm going to be the Joker for Halloween because I love the Joker character from the Dark Knight movie, and I like how creepy he was, and I was enthralled with the character. So that's what I'm hoping to be.
I'm going to be a soldier for Halloween because I think I look like a Banff.
I'm not a huge Halloween fan, but I'll probably be passing out candy and helping out with all the little kids, definitely.
I'm going to be a sailor girl.
Thank you for asking what I'm going to be. And my answer is, I'm not going to be anything for Halloween. I'm going to be a normal person. Ever since I've been doing theater, for 5 or 6 weeks out of every semester, I've had students dress up in clothes that are not real, be in situations that are not real, say lines that are not real, and then somebody says, let's put on a costume and go to a party, and I think, what's the point? I kind of do this a lot. No, actually, for Halloween this year, I will be Grandpa, because I will be in a production of You Can't Take It With You playing Grandpa, and I'll be in rehearsal for that. And that's what I know.
Thanks, Rena. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, but stay tuned because we're going to give you an insight on what Zeta Chi does on their Thursday nights.